In this video, our heroes have escaped the trash compactor on the Death Star in their dash back to the Millennium Falcon. But the party has been split. Han and Chewy are off on their own, with Luke and Leia taking a different route. As Luke and Leia enter a large shaft with no clear way across, they are met by the firefight of a growing number of stormtroopers. Will they hold off the attack long enough to be able to cross the chasm, or will they fall captive to the Imperial forces? Find out as we play this special Episode 4 game of Star Wars Miniatures. Hello gamers, Matthew here from Grey Army Gaming. Welcome to the next episode of our Star Wars Miniatures Episode 4 campaign. Luke and Leia have broken off from Han Solo and they've ended up in this room. And as we remember from the film, there is a way to get across this chasm with a grappling hook and a rope. However, that is going to be a difficult move to pull off, especially because Luke and Leia are going to be under attack from stormtroopers. Both stormtroopers here that are trying to get in this door, but we also have stormtroopers not on this level, but on the level above that will be firing on Luke and Leia as they are trying to make their way across the chasm. There's going to be a few special rules for this scenario, so I'll go ahead and lay those out before we roll off for initiative. A couple of quick rules that are special to this scenario. The first one deals with Luke's grappling hook. Now, as we look above Luke and Leia, we see that there is this machine up here, and this is a place in which Luke can connect with his rope. We're going to be using this piece of twine as a stand-in for Luke's rope and grappling hook. Now, Luke will have to use an action in order to try to get the hook up there instead of attacking in his turn. And the way that this will play out is that it will get easier and easier with each additional round. So in the first round, Luke will need to roll a 1 in order to succeed. On the second roll, a 1 or a 2. In the third round, a 1, 2, 3. In the fourth round, a 1, 2, 3, or 4. In the fifth round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally, in the sixth round, he will connect automatically. In addition, we have this door over here where the stormtroopers are trying to come through. Now, we will also roll a d6 at the end of the stormtrooper's turn to see if the door opens up. Remember, it successively opens up in the films. But what we will do now is we'll have the same kind of mechanic. We'll roll a d6. In the first round, they will need to roll a 1 for the door to open. Second round, a 2, a 1 or 2. Third round, 1, 2, 3. Fourth round, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the sixth round, it will open up automatically. So hopefully Luke and Leia will be able to land that hook and that rope before the door opens with the stormtroopers. Luke and Leia need to get themselves across the chasm over here and to open this door before they can flee again. Now remember, they're going to be up here as well, stormtroopers that will be firing down. We are beginning with 2. But at the end of each round, we are going to roll a d4. D4 minus 1 to see how many additional stormtroopers will join them up here. So potentially 3, potentially 0 for the minimum. One final rule, just like in the movie, Luke and Leia will be able to find some cover behind this door frame, this black thing behind them. So in that sense, when they are being attacked by stormtroopers, they will not be as easy to hit. The stormtroopers, on the other hand, who are up here, they have no cover and they will be more easily picked off. But their numbers will be increasing, so that will make it more difficult for Luke and Leia, putting the time pressure on them to get across this chasm. Well, with that said, we are ready to go ahead and roll off for initiative. Here we go, initiative roll. We're going to give the blue die to the Empire and the red to the Rebels. So it'll be 14-9. The Empire will begin. All right, first off, we're going to activate this guy, bring him to the edge of that platform, and he is going to run on down here and take a shot at Luke, who at this point doesn't have any cover. All right, here we go. Hitting on a 13 plus. And it'll be a 6. No, we're going to have the second guy also take a shot at Luke. Likewise, hitting on a 13 plus. And it'll be a 2. That was almost a 20. So both of them miss. And that is the end of the activation for those two. Let's go ahead and set some markers there. These stormtroopers behind the door are unable to act later, even though we only get 2 activations to start with. So we're going to say this is the end of their round. Let's see if the door opens now. On a roll of 1, it will. It's a 2. Okay, so the door does not open yet. In addition, we need to roll our 1d4 to see how many stormtroopers are going to join the guys on top. 1d4 minus 1, so that is 2 minus 1. One more stormtrooper joins them. Next up, let's go over the Rebels. Princess Leia is going to move back in the corner here while she will have some cover. From this position, she is going to fire off onto the stormtrooper that is closest to us. So the one on the left. Attack of a 7 versus a defense of 16. So we're going to need a 9+. Here we go. And it's an 11. Yes. 10 points of damage is enough to knock him out of commission as he falls forward off the platform into the abyss. Next activation for the Rebels. Let's activate Luke. We will move him back here also in cover. But now we're going to go ahead and try to take a chance at getting our grappling hook on here. First round, we need to roll a 1 in order for it to be successful. It's a 4. No, Luke misses on his first attempt. And with that miss, we go now into our second round. Let's roll off for initiative. And it's going to be 8-4. The stormtroopers begin again. First off, let's move this guy up 6 inches right here, and he will take a shot off at Luke, who has cover. +4 against a defensive 17. We're hitting on a 13. It's a 16. That goes through. 10 points of damage. Let's go ahead and the other guy, have him also shoot onto Luke. Here we go, and it will be a 10. That does not go through, so 10 points of damage. And that will drop Luke from 40 to 30. We'll place a wound die right here to remind ourselves of that. No more activations because those two are the only guys who are able to do anything. The other guys are over here behind this door. So let's go ahead now and roll off our D6 to see if the door opens. We are in round 2, so we need a 1 or a 2. And it's a 4. No, the door remains shut. It is not open enough at this point. Moreover, let's roll for troops, D4 -1, that are joining the guys on top because the guys on bottom are unable to do anything. So here we go, 1D4 -1. And it'll be 4 -1 will be 3 more guys. All right, let's head over to Luke and Leia now, and we're going to activate Luke and have him take an attempt to get his grappling hook up here. So that means we are in round 2. We need to roll a 1 or a 2 on a D6. So here we go, Luke. Don't let us down. It's a 3! No, Luke! Oh, no. So that was Luke's, his action. So he is considered activated for all intents and purposes. All right, let's go ahead now and activate Princess Leia. She's going to shoot from behind Luke. And we're going to go ahead and take a shot on the first stormtrooper here that is closest to us. And we're going to be hitting on a 9. Here we go. 12. Yes, Princess Leia. Into round 3, and things are still looking okay for our Rebels. These guys have not been able to open this door at this point, but Luke has not been able to connect either with his grappling hook. Unfortunately, we got a bunch of guys coming up here, so those ranks are going to be filling in. So Luke and Leia are going to have to make this happen quickly. Let's go ahead and roll off for initiative for this third round, and once again, red to the Rebels. 8-3. Okay, this time the Rebels are going to begin. Okay, Luke, grappling hook, no playing around this time. Round 3, we need a 1, 2, or a 3 on our D6. Here we go, Luke. It's a 5. He misses again. Oh, man. Second activation, and we're going to have Princess Leia go ahead and take a shot on the stormtrooper that's on the edge. So one shot all the way up over onto this guy. Princess Leia is not impressed with Luke's grappling hook skills. Let's hope her shooting is better. Hitting on a 9. And it is, in fact, a 9, so right on the nose. Princess Leia is a sharpshooter. That means the Rebel turn is over. For the sake of simplicity, let's just move 2 guys up to the very edge here, and we'll have both of them take a shot off on Luke Skywalker, who is in the lead. Technically, Princess Leia doesn't have any more cover than Luke. They both have cover, but just for the sake of the narrative, Luke is most visible, so they'll shoot at him. 2 shots. First one hitting on a 13, and it's a natural 1. No, that is a miss. Second shot also on a 13. 19. Whew, that was almost a natural 20, so 10 more points of damage, dropping Luke down to 20. Final activation for the Empire because Luke and Leia are done with their activations. We'll move this guy up to the ledge here, and he will also take a shot off onto Luke. Okay, no 13 pluses here. Come on. Oh, it's another 19. Oh, my gosh. Luke is down to 10 hit points. So end of round 3, on to round 4. Luke is down to 10 hit points. Princess Leia has full health. These guys are not able to make it through that door yet. The door is creeping its way up. But we have got some 3 pretty good shots up here who have done quite a bit of damage on Luke. Let's go ahead now and roll off for initiative for round 4. And before we go ahead and do that, I'm totally forgetting that Luke and Leia have cover here, which gives them a +4 to their defense. Wow, I've been playing this wrong the whole time, but there were 2 19s that took some life off of Luke, so that would not have mattered. But there was 1 15 that went through, so we're actually going to put Luke back to 20 hit points. So he is not as dire as before, but he is still only 2 shots away from being taken out. So let's go ahead now and roll for initiative, and we really need our rebels to roll high. All right, 12 to 6. It is in fact the rebels. Here we go, rebels. All right, Luke, man. Round 4 here, 1 to 4, and you are able to get your grappling hook up here to connect with that machine. So on a D6, we need a 1 to 4. Come on, Luke. Do not roll a 5 or 6. This is your turn to shine. Come on, buddy. It's a 2. Yes, the grappling hook goes through successfully. Ding. Hold on tight, Leia. Not too bad for a moisture farmer from Tatooine. Luke has been activated now, but Princess Leia has not. She's going to activate, come in contact with this door, which means that the door will open. However, they are not able to go through it until their next movement phase, which means the Empire might still have a shot. Here's our last initiative roll. If the rebels win this, they are able to flee off the battlefield and head towards the Millennium Falcon. If they do not win this, the stormtroopers still have 3 shots that they can take off. So here we go, a huge roll. Come on, rebels. 15 to 9, the rebels win it. So with that, Luke and Leia are able to flee off of the battlefield and out of this chasm area, heading towards the Millennium Falcon, where they will meet up with their friends. Well, there you have it, folks. A quick and fun little game in which we have been playing out our Star Wars Episode 4 series. This was really cool. There was some really fun little game mechanics here, and it actually got quite close. Luke was down to 20 hit points, so it was close. If the stormtroopers had been able to pick him off, I don't know what would we have done with Princess Leia. She would have figured something out, though. But that is the end of this campaign. They're going to run out of this area and try to find their way back to the Millennium Falcon. If you appreciate this kind of content, you want to see more of it and follow the Episode 4 Star Wars Miniatures series, then please do give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and I will continue to make more content like this in the future. And most importantly, thank you for joining us here today at Grey Army Gaming for the future of gaming.